finals. Give me them sweet A-League finals. Thank you very much. My team has been has been knocked out of the finals, unfortunately. Central Coast Mariners. We can see the jersey, of course, hanging up in honour in the background. But we are underway for this live watch-along for two teams who have had very good A-League seasons. Melbourne Victory, Western United, Victorian Derby. Can't wait for it, man. Very keen for this one. Very keen for this one. So I see you guys in the chat. Isaac's here. You don't know who I want to win. I'm a Wellington Phoenix fan. Well, if you're a Wellington Phoenix, look, backing the underdog, as Wellington Phoenix are underdogs, I'm going to recommend Western United. They are the underdogs heading into this match. So Melbourne Victory, a team who are currently, 14 game undefeated streak. It is absolutely massive, the form that they have been building. So we are very shortly going to get underway. I'm going to go grab a cup of tea. Here are the lineups. Team news is in. Josh Risdon starts for Western United, so no Rennie Krien, who picked up an injury in that elimination final on the weekend. Melbourne Victory, look at that strong lineup. Mats Baranovic starting at the back alongside Roderick Miranda. So, no team in A-League history, as they're stating in the broadcast, no team in A-League history has picked up the wooden spoon and gone on to win the championship. So it would be a massive feat if Melbourne Victory did it. Massive feat. As the teams enter the field. Melbourne Victory in their away kits. Looking very fresh. Apologies for some buffering on the screen. We'll try and get that fixed up for you. All right, cool. Teams are onto the field. Just give me a second to reconnect the camera here. So I'll go missing from the screen for a second here, but I'll leave the lineups on the screen, and you probably will still be able to hear me. So, yeah, you should still be able to hear me. Just give me a second to reconnect the camera before we get into kickoff in this game. Oh, hey guys, let me know in the chat if you can still hear me. We're just getting the camera reconnected, and then we're going to get underway. But give me a wave in the chat if you guys can still hear me as we try to see if we can get the camera back running. How's that? Even worse. All right, we're gonna have to go for the backup camera. We have to go for the backup camera. What stadium is it in? Amy Park. They're playing. Obviously not tomorrow. Adelaide's home semi-final is being played in Adelaide. As we'll see if we can get our backup webcam running. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We've gone the stream. There we go. Hello. So we've gone many months of streaming without too many technical difficulties. I think there's only been one stream that crashed, and which is pretty impressive considering that we've done what. I think we've done like almost 40 live watch-alongs this season. So, I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm proud of myself. So we're running the backup camera, and we're about to get underway, man. We're about to get underway. Alex is in here. Isaac, Stephen, James, Nicholas. Hope you guys are doing well. And this is a funny one, isn't it? It's midweek finals football. But I'm keen for it. We are keen for it. Been looking forward to this one very much. And we'll see, dude. Oh, how crazy was you guys watching the Adelaide Mariners elimination final? How crazy was a goal being scored during an ad break? Absolutely insane. Hopefully we don't have a similar thing happen here tonight. As the Isuzu Ute truck brings out the ball. Dude, I love it so much. Oh, dude, it's great. I love the Isuzu Ute truck. It is just fantastic. So great. Look at it go. Dude, they should like sell those. They should make that a thing. I'd buy one. I'd buy one and just have it like behind me, like on a shelf or something, you know? Okay. About to get underway in this one. Melbourne victory. Western United, the live watch along. Here we go. A massive game between two classy Victorian sides. And we are underway in AAMI Park. Of course, on YouTube, if you're unfamiliar, occasionally a bit of a slight delay on the YouTube streams from behind the telecast, but we'll make do as Melbourne victory look to get the first attack going. Breaks down, and look at the Northern Terrace, man. Look at the victory active support showing up in numbers on a Tuesday night. Of course, a semi-final. These teams will meet on Saturday evening to play the second leg. So, of course, I realized this just before, actually. Like, there can't be any extra time, obviously, because it's 2 legs. So there won't be any extra time tonight. So we're going to see 90 minutes of football, and who's going to be able to take the advantage in this first leg? This is the first time in a long time that we've had 2-leg semi-finals. Is early free kick. Early free kick goes the way as Jason Davidson, who has fluoro pink hair. Jason Davidson hair watch. Fluoro pink hair for Jason Davidson. Fluoro pink hair. Oh, I love it. All right. What are we saying in the chat? Oh, what's your ideal finals match? Isaac says Phoenix Glory. Can you imagine? Dude, that'd be great. I'd love a distance derby grand final. Can you imagine that? That'd be fun. My ideal finals match. Well, obviously Central Coast Mariners. Central Coast Mariners honestly, like probably taking on Sydney FC, who are sort of like, they're not our main rivals because obviously Newcastle are our main rivals, but because Sydney FC are like still close rivals and they're sort of one of the big teams in the competition. To see Mariners beat Sydney FC in a grand final would be epic. But here we go. We got the first chance here. Free kick early in this game, and it's going to be Brimmer. Oh, that actually wasn't far away. I wasn't far away. So first shot of the game comes from that Jake Brimmer free kick. Not bad. Not bad. Central Coast Mariners Brisbane Roar final. Well, we did see one of those. Don't remind me of that one. Don't remind me of that one, Stephen. Oh, mate. 11 years ago, wasn't it? That Mariners Brisbane grand final, that dramatic grand final. And many epic grand finals over the years in the A-League. Western looking to mount their first attack. Wenzel Halls, he had Wales near. Looking for Previch far post. That's how they scored against Wellington on the weekend. It was a similar move. We saw Western United on the counter-attack. We're looking pretty dangerous on the weekend. Are they going to exploit? Are they going to do... Is it a similar tactic? Similar tactic. Are you going for any team today? Certainly not. Certainly not. But very keen to watch this game as a neutral. That is for sure. That is for sure. Thoughts on Michael Rojas getting called up to the All Whites for the first time in 3 years? I thought it was bizarre that he didn't get called up a couple months ago. He's had a great season. As Western United came close to that ending up in the back of the net from that set piece. Very close. But no, well-deserved Marco Rojas. And as I mentioned, yeah, should have been called up a couple months ago. I was surprised. So yeah, plenty of A-League players in that all-white squad. The likes of course, so many Phoenix players: Ben Wayne, Tim Payne. Who else is there? Clayton Lewis. And we've seen Michael Rojas, Costa Barbarouses called up from Victory and Sydney, respectively. Any others I'm missing? There's quite a few A-League players on the list. Hey, quite a few A-League players. Mariners Wanderers final, says Marcus. That'd be cool. Perth Sydney grand final. We need revenge. Who is the All Whites? All Whites are the national team of New Zealand. The men's national team. Ooh, Lockie Wales trying to get him. Oh, bit of a nudge on Wales. Dude, that was strong. And the Western active support, I think, are letting their thoughts know. But Lockie Wales was crunched into there. That was heavy. That was heavy. Apparently, Victory didn't let him go to the qualifiers. I didn't know that. Interesting. That's a strong nudge on Davidson. They're just showing a replay. I don't know. Am I reading into that too much? What do you guys think of that nudge on Davidson? Sorry, the nudge by Davidson on Wales. It was a heavy one. And the referee's just speaking to Neil Kilkenny about some talk back to the ref. Are you going to do the watch along for the Socceroos qualifiers? Well, we'll see how we go. I mean, they'll probably be at like 4 a.m. to be fair, my time. We're definitely going to be doing some Socceroos content, man. And that's the exciting thing. That's why I've been so excited about like the upcoming month or so. Like we've got A-League finals, which goes for 3 weeks. We've got the All-Stars game happening next week. And then straight after the grand final, we've got all the Socceroos, the Socceroos qualifiers, and all the other intercontinental. Wow, English. Intercontinental. That is a difficult word to say. Qualifiers happening, and of course we also caught on the ball. Gary goes forward. Oh, chance for Victor to get forward. Who was that guy that got caught on the ball? There was a Garuccio. No, it wasn't Garuccio. It must have been Connor Payne. He's up now. Victory almost with a little mini breakaway there. Don't see how that was a fair challenge, says John. Yeah, it just looked like. I feel like anywhere else on the pitch, like an easy free kick would be called, right? Like, I don't know. Like, he was budged off it. Like, if it was awarded, there'd be a lot of people upset. But at the same time, they're showing a replay again, dude. I think that's a foul, dude. VAR in, I think that's a foul. You can't just, like, barge a player over. Like, I get body-to-body contact. But Wales is standing his ground and is bundled out. That's a penalty for me, man. Every time I see it, the more I'm convinced. That's a penalty for sure. Well, what a massive talking point. Early on in this game, I know, you know, we see those sorts of challenges in the box. If players aren't sliding in, we don't think much of it. If that's anywhere else on the field, it's an easy free kick like that. That's a penalty. You can't just barge someone over. I don't know, man. Doing a watch along for All Stars Barcelona. No watch along for that one, but I will be following it. Was there a penalty? There should have been. There should have been, Isaac. There was not one, but there should have been. Should have been a pen as well, says Connor. The pen shout was for Western. They do have a free kick here though. Garuccio delivers. Oh, dude, I like that near post delivery, and it was a diving header by Brimo who had to get it away. But Victory have dodged a bullet big time, because for me that's a penalty. Every time, with each replay, it just looked worse and worse, and I was like, not that it was obviously it wasn't bad or anything, but he's obstructed. Oh my God, Previc. No, it was Lacroix with a header on target. Dude, Western United. Last couple of minutes with a few great chances. I keep talking about this penalty. They might score anyway. It might not matter. Thoughts on Ollie Sale ditching the All-Star team? To be fair, I don't know if he'd get picked. I think Ollie Sale is an incredible goalkeeper. But for me, I don't know if I'd pick him above Young and Beers. Personally. And that's right, international duty, obviously. World Cup qualifiers mean more than just a one-off game against Barcelona, to be fair. That's right, soccer, yeah. That is the World Cup. Over A-League All-Star, that's right. How crazy is that we could see like the likes of Ollie Sale, Clayton Lewis, Ben Wayne playing in a World Cup at the end of the year? I really hope New Zealand qualify. So they're just showing the replay of this header. Was it Previc? No, it was Previc who got the header. And Kalava, was it both of them? Did it like come off both their heads? But Kalava had to make the save. So Western United with an early penalty shout and a couple of early chances. Spicy start to this game. Brock says, what was Beers doing when Bernardo scored that goal? Yep. Yeah, I thought he easily could have stopped that. It was a bizarre one. And the only explanation, because it took no deflection, and for those that don't know what we're talking about, the third goal that Adelaide scored in the elimination final against Mariners on Sunday, the only explanation is that his view was obstructed. I think there was Cam Windus was in the way trying to block the shot. He saw it way late and was already going the other way. So that can be the only explanation. But it was disappointing from Beers by his high standards. Western have got another corner here and have started quite brightly. We had that Melbourne victory free kick like in the first couple of minutes. But since then, it's been Western United pushing early here. I think after they got that early goal against Phoenix on the weekend, and they were able to hold out, I think they're hoping they can do a similar thing here. It worked for them on Saturday, so why not try it against the most informed team of the competition? Third corner of the game already for Western, 10 minutes in. Wales, poor delivery. It doesn't really find anyone. Garuccio trying to keep goal kick. Goal kick. Oh, Ryan says, I can't understand why West United did not take the game to Geelong. Victory have more fans here, and they are the away team. To be fair, and this is no disrespect at all to West United, but I don't think Western would get any more fans to the game if it was at Geelong than if it was at here. Yeah. Because, I mean, from what we've seen, it's not like... And also, I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of playing A-League games on oval stadiums. So, a couple of those reasons. So, and Amy Park's a, prime venue. And plus as well, on top of that, like Western United, I mean, we were talking about it actually in the stream the other night, in the Western Wellington watch-along. We're talking about it during that watch-along. Like Western United, they're not just the west of Melbourne. I guess they do classify them as western suburbs of Melbourne. But as far as, Geelong and then including like Ballarat and stuff, because they have played games out in Mars Stadium, which I think is what they have to do, that they have to go for a wide-reaching, Anyway. Here comes Wales for Western again. Oh, good delivery. Previc doesn't get good contact. Connor Payne. Previc could win this. He brings it down. Dude, Western United are looking good. They're looking dangerous, man. Just need some more shots. Iggy's in here. How you going, Iggy? I'm very well. Thanks for asking. Very nice to have some midweek A-League finals. It feels weird. It does feel weird. I'm going to admit. Ooh, ball over the top. Wenzelhorst will get to this easily. Flicks it in for Previc. Sporanovic clears. Only as far as Wales. Dude, Western are coming, man. Victory just can't get out. Wales. Good block, Marchand. Mate, what do you guys make of this start? This is all green and black at the moment. Just about everyone. Did you see guys on the 10 football across their socials? They put all their tips of all like the presenters put in their tips for the semi-finals. Everyone tipped Melbourne victory. No one tipped Western. In the other semi, there was a mix. It was like Adelaide City. But for this semi, it was no one tipped Western United. So, which, I think if you're a Western United fan, you probably feel hard done by. Like, they're not that bad at all. They're a good team. But, again, that's harder to be against Melbourne victory. But I think the simple fact of it is it's going to take Western United's best performance, or one of their best performances of the season, in order to win across both of these games. I think they'll want to win tonight, though, with Western United. Because I know in that second game, victory have all those clutch players. Guerrier wins at Hyde the Park. Victory, can they get something going? Well done, Western. Just kind of pain there to snuff it out. Iggy says, Brisbane Roar announced the departures of Nick Olsen and Alex Parsons. There you go. Surprise that Parsons is leaving. Iggy says West United should play all their home games at Amy. I mean, it makes sense. And they did play most of them there. But I think, as I mentioned earlier, I think it is important for them to be reaching out to those regional areas like Ballarat. There is already so much congestion with so many fans going for City and Victory. You got to go out to those regional areas and try and get a fan base going. Nick D'Agostino appealing for a foul. But I don't think there was anything in that. Luke says Knicks at home next year will definitely up the average league attendance. Dude, can't wait. I'm just excited for Wellington Phoenix just to have a regular season, man. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the league just being so messed around. I hope next season goes to plan. You just never know. But I'm looking forward to it. And Phoenix fans, get excited. But yeah, I think honestly, after a couple of seasons playing away, there's no reason why Phoenix could be pushing 10K a game. I know that might be sounding ambitious. But, we were seeing almost 20K at both of these games they played earlier this season in Wellington and Auckland. So, if they can just try and get a consistent fan base going along, push 10K, they could become one of the top. I think you're right, Luke. They could be boosting the A-League attendance stats, considering how low it's been of late. Hopefully with some normalcy next season, attendances will once again boost back up. Sydney FC at their new home stadium, I think that'll give them a boost. Yeah, man. Perth Glory, of course, another team that had to play away from home for a lot of the season. I Am Well Football Podcast. Thoughts on Liam Rose leaving Macarthur? Did you see the club he signed for too? Club in Texas. I can't remember the name of the club. Texas, I believe. I believe they're in Texas. I could be wrong. Anyway, here's Ben Falami attacking down the left. Good block, Joshy Risdon. What a big plus for Josh Risdon. His first start in months. In a big game like this, here he is wrestling with Davidson. Two players who have played at the World Cup for Socceroos in the past. Davidson and Risdon. Did they play at the same one? No, they played at different ones, I think. Ryan says Western playing at Amy Park makes no sense to me. Three teams playing out of the same home ground. How do you differentiate between them? I think I understand that. I think, again, it's just a temporary thing, though. I am very much keen for West United to get that stadium built. But you want... don't forget, Amy Park is a prime venue for A-League football. It's a rectangular stadium. It's got a history of some big games across the A-League in the past decade. And from what I know, it's in a pretty decent area. It's Melbourne Park, not too far away from the CBD in Melbourne. So, yeah. He says, can't wait to see Sydney play at the new stadium. Dude, I cannot wait. Cannot wait for away days. At Sydney FC's new stadium. It is going to be delightful. Delightful. So the game just chilling out right now. Victory looking to just hold possession at the back. West United with a flurry of chances about 10 minutes ago. Couldn't capitalise on it, though. Of course, we had the penalty shout in case you missed it earlier. The club Liam Rose signed for isn't even MLS. That's right. From what I know, I think former Central Coast Mariner John Hutchinson might be involved in the club. That might be something behind the move. But Liam Rose, man, didn't get too much game time for MacArthur, a little bit here and there, but wasn't at all a regular starter, so yeah. No, Lockie Rose is still the Bulls, as far as I know. But the other Rose, Liam Rose, left. So, but as far as we know, I believe Lockie Rose is still there. He could be a chance for Western. Wenzel Hall's down the right. Delivers, not bad. Shaky clearance goes to Wales. Here's a chance for Western, dude. Ah, pretty bitch slipped. How disappointing. Brisbane Roar playing home games at Suncorp Stadium next season. Really hope it happens, says Iggy. Is that a hopeful statement, or have you read something? Have you read something? I haven't heard anything. Have you heard something, Iggy? Let us know. Give us the goss. Give us the goss. Want to hear it. What are your thoughts on Falami? He seems good on the ball, but sometimes disappears in games. That's probably, yeah. I mean, that sums it up. Like, when he's on the ball, he's done some amazing things. But yeah, he doesn't seem to be the most hard-working player. Like some other wingers across the league, they're super hardworking. They'll get back in defense, and they'll be floating around sometimes, get on the ball. Ben Falami isn't really that kind of winger, but at the same time, I don't think Ben Falami needs to be that kind of winger because he's playing ahead of a very good fullback in Jason Davidson, who can cover him in defense. So he's there to make those plays, those attacks. So I rate him. Oh, risky challenge by Risdon into the back of Brimmer, and Davidson has caught him out of position. Oh, great cross. What a chance, Melbourne victory. Rojas and D'Agostino can't connect. Victory come close. Referee just speaking to Risdon after that risky tackle. Very risky tackle, wasn't it? Dude, what a chance for victory. That ball. Oh, mate. Rojas was close. D'Agostino should have sort of got around. I feel like D'Agostino could have... nah. On the replay, it was a bit too far out for him, isn't it? Marcus says Redcliffe Stadium is not a high-tier stadium, but it's not the worst. Look, I'm all about... we're going to hold that because it could be a chance for Western. No. Wales slips. I'm all about playing in smaller stadiums just to build up the attendance, you know? But at the same time, it is tricky in a stadium like what is it, Moreton Daily Stadium, that isn't necessarily that... Like, you get the sense it's just like a regional stadium, you know? Will Sydney FC get Nanny? Dude, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, we're hearing from the people high up that the A-Leagues are keen to bring in star players, marquee signings. So I'm very curious to see who comes, and Nani could be one of them. Some people calling for Luis Suarez after he announced he was going to be departing Atletico Madrid. What was the other one I saw? I don't know. Rumors at this time of season. Rumors are all over the place. So, about a quarter of the way into this game. 0 all that remains. It's been pretty even so far. Victory could be... Oh, Bremer. Decent cross. D'Agostino. His shot goes wide. And victory now getting a little bit closer. Was that Jake Brimmer? What a ball in from Jake Brimmer. That was a superb cross. Here's the replay. Oh my goodness. Brimmer's delivery. That is perfect. Oh, mate. And D'Agostino. Yeah, no. I mean, he's never going to score like that. He sort of just swung at it. What a cross, though. Look at that angle. They're showing the high up angle behind the goal. That's a great shot of it. But D'Agostino never kept that down. Cowantown is my least favourite A-League stadium, 100%, says Iggy. I went there for the Battle of the West game. Did a matchday vlog for it. It's on the YouTube channel if you haven't checked it out from a couple months back. It's okay. I don't think it's terrible. I sat on the hill behind the goal just for something different. And, it's fine. It's fine. It feels like a regional, it feels like a regional stadium. But, if Bulls can sort of up their attendance stats, we're going to hold that because here comes Wenzel Halls for Western. Could they fashion an opportunity? Wenzel Halls, Miranda, corner. Would have been good to see Thierry Henry in the A-League, says Marcus. That would have been cool. Ryan says, I'd imagine Dwight York might have some connections for MacArthur. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I mean, just think of. I think back to when Robbie Fowler took over Brisbane and brought over, some players from England and Dwight York. Could he have some? You're right. Maybe some connections, some contacts, some players he could bring across. So this is already the 5th corner for Western. Victory haven't had a single corner yet. So an important opportunity here for Western. All these chances are vital. Can Western put it away? Garuccio's delivery. Kalava punches. And Victory could break here. Falami. Victory counterattack is on. Nice challenge. Great challenge. Who was that? It was like Garuccio. It was. Forward for Prijovic. Broderick Miranda. Great tackle. He's been for me one of the best central defenders in the league, Broderick Miranda. I think he's incredible. All right. Connor Payne, long range strike, straight into Geria. Clearance stats on the screen. 12 by Victory, none by Western. So Victory repelling much of this attack that Western are manufacturing. "25 minutes into this one. Of course, tomorrow evening, we've got the Adelaide-Melbourne City semi-final. No watch-along for that one, but a massive game, man. I think Adelaide might get up at home. Here comes Wales, delivers. And then we have the 2 second legs across the weekend. Saturday, 5:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. We are doing a watch-along for that one. These two teams meet for the second leg. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel for the watch-along on Sunday afternoon for that one. And then a bit of an early kickoff for the Sunday afternoon second leg for Adelaide City. Doing a watch-along for that one as well, 2 o'clock. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Here's Davidson, chance for Victory. Could he hit? Davidson! Oh! He was rising. He was rising. The fluoro pink hair of Jason Davidson. Mate, it's been a fun thing to watch across the A-League this season. The ever-changing hair of Melbourne Victory left back, Jason Davidson. Luke says Western's team looks really good on paper, but just don't seem to fully click. I think look, defensively they're very good. I mean, they showed that on the weekend and for much of this season. Up top, it hasn't been necessarily been clicking. To use that term you use there, Luke. Losing Diamante early in the season didn't help to injury. Prijovic, has scored some important goals here and there, but hasn't necessarily, been torn the league apart. For me, Wales has been very good for much of the season. Connor Payne was good for the first part of the season, I think. And Wenzel Halls just doesn't get enough game time. I know he's starting tonight, but Iggy says Brisbane should loan out Freak and buy Matt Acton, seeing as he played for Brisbane Royal Youth. Matt Acton, yes, former Brisbane Royal goalkeeper. I don't know if they'd even need to do that. I mean, because Jordan Holmes seems to be the new number one. Rightly so. I thought Holmes actually had a few good games towards the end of the season. Alex in Adelaide is going to Coopers for the semi. So good. Enjoy, Alex. Hopefully a rocking atmosphere at Coopers tomorrow night for that semi. John says, I've only been to HBF Park. Never had the chance to attend any other stadium. Mate, I'd love to get over there one day. But I guess that's the trickier thing for fans in far-off places with more distance to cover. Places like Perth and Wellington. Difficult for away days. Where I feel very lucky as a Mariners fan on the Central Coast. I've got multiple away days with not to I'm just saying I feel blessed that I've got four away day opportunities within like a couple hours drive. So yeah, man. A-League away days, can't beat it. Looking forward to many more A-League away days next season. And we've done a few, man. I've done a few vlogs from. If you guys haven't checked it out, the Matchday Vlogs playlist on the YouTube channel, check it out. We headed to Newcastle twice. Went to Campbelltown for a Battle of the West. Where else did we go? Combank Stadium, Wanderers away. That was a crazy game. 2-2. And then a couple back home at the old Central Coast Stadium as well. Iggy says, Holmes played like prime Jamie Young against Sydney. He did, yes. He did indeed, didn't he? Some massive saves in that game. Some massive, massive games. Rojas. Oh, could be opening up here for victory. Brillante. Falami on the left. Foul. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this does end 0. Which I don't know I don't know if it'd favor either team. I don't think it'd favor either team. I don't think either team would be phased if it did end 0. So it almost has that sense to it, you know, both teams defending reasonably well so far. Only like a couple opportunities, you know, real shots on goal in the opening half an hour. Victory came close, probably best chance for that early free kick, a couple minutes in, and Western United had a penalty shout potentially. But the opportunities have faded a little bit for Western since. Long ball for Wales. We'll find him. Gets the cross in, but that's easy for Kalava. Should do a Redcliffe away day one. That'd be fun. That'd be fun, man. I've never been to Brisbane for a Mariners away day, so that'd be fun. Who do you think is going to be the player of the A-League player of the season? I assume you're asking. Look, for me, it's Craig Goodwin. For me, it's Craig Goodwin. I think he's just unbelievable. I think Craig Goodwin has just been so just consistent. Like every game he shows up. He never has a quiet game, Craig Goodwin. He gets himself involved on the score sheet or whether he's assisting. He's just been class. Here comes Wales for Western. There's Miranda again for another clearance. See, how can that be a foul on Davidson? I mean, Wenzelhorst is standing his ground. Davidson goes for the head and goes down, and that's a foul. Yet, at the start of the game, Davidson completely barged over a static Lachie Wales. And that's not a foul? Like, you can't tell. Like, what? Come on, man. Bizarre, anyway. Marco Tilio. I want to see Marco Tilio score some more goals, man. All right. What are we doing, Melbourne victory? What are we doing? They do enjoy passing the ball around the back. Two central defenders, Miranda and Sporanovic, seeing a lot of the ball. Ooh. Victory. Well done, Skatatis. Ooh, lazy from Kilkenny. Victory. Can they pounce? Again, no, just breaks down. And that's just tripped up there. Skatatis. Come on. Come on, team. Nikolai Topstanley, Alessandro Diamanti on the sidelines on that camera shot. Diamanti looked... The other night, Diamanti was chatting Topstanley's ear off. But he looked pretty chill there. Victory down the right. Marco Rojas. Still Rojas. Still Rojas. Brilliant. The little give and go with Bremer was nice. Defenders get in the way, and they'll be... Oh, and the foul goes against Wenzel Halls again! For the exact same thing! Come on! Give the man a break. He's doing... I have to see the replay of this. Am I just freaking out, or was Wenzel... Same thing again where Wenzel Halls, he gets climbed on by an opposition player. Oh, look, Is he backed into him? Potentially. Victory on the front foot. Nice ball. Falami Davidson breaks down again. Well done, Western in defence. So at the moment, full marks in defence for both sides, eh? No team. Victory came close just a second ago with that Marco Rojas move. This first half's gone really quick. We've only got 10 minutes to go. As you can see, of course, on the graphics, two pretty similar formations. Hey, the 4-2-3-1. You just can't see Melbourne Victory losing. Hey, you just can't see Melbourne Victory losing. We just the way that they've been playing in the last few months. They have a winning formula. They've got a team with incredible depth. And they deserve to be at this stage in the competition. And at the moment, looking like the team to beat, despite not finishing first. Nice switch of play. That's a great, really smart by D'Agostino under pressure to find Falami on the other side of the pitch. Davidson. Down the left here come Victory. What can they do? Come on. Let's see a little bit of... Come on, Falami. Hey, Ben! Falami, take him on, mate. Come on. Just going back again, Falami. Needs to be a bit more adventurous, hey? Will we see a goal? Will we see a goal before halftime? I think it's very unlikely. I think it's very, very unlikely. What do you guys think? Forward come Victory. Bremer. Bremer still. Inside for Marchand. Victory just slowly building here. Slowly building. Now officially back, says Mariners for life. So good to have you back. Got Sky TV, but enjoy these streams more. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Live watch-alongs here on the YouTube channel just about every single weekend we've done, haven't we? Don't miss a beat. We don't miss a beat here on the Coastal Football YouTube channel. I don't think we're going to see a goal before halftime. I'll tell you that right now. So if you want to get your early halftime cup of tea, feel free to do so. Because I don't think you'll miss too much. Early action in the first sort of 10 minutes. That was sort of the most entertaining part of the half. But since then, it's been pretty chill. Here comes Falami. Brillante. Well done, Imai. Tomoki Imai covering at the back. All right, Victory with a free kick in their attacking half. Again, the slow build, man. Very cautious. Don't blame him, to be honest. Don't blame him. It's the approach you got to take, I guess. Davidson. Dude, is it just me, or is every time Falami getting on the ball, he's passing backwards? Like, last I've only registered the last 3 times, but Falami is just passing backwards. Pass backwards, pass backwards. I mean, he's one of the prime... We're talking about him earlier. He's one of the prime attackers for victory. We love seeing him take on players, but he's doing the complete opposite at the moment. Again, maybe that's a tactic. Maybe that's intentional. Wenzel Halls will get to this. Miranda bundles him over. I think Miranda just stood his ground there, though. I mean, he's much larger than Wenzel Halls. Tiny penalty shout, but that one for me, not a penalty. Long ball over the top. Might find Falami. Well done, EMI. So victory could get on the attack here. Fans are loud in this game, eh? When we're hearing a victory active supporter always pumping. There's a long... Oh, my gosh! Dude, it scared me almost. The long-range strike from Jake Brimmer wasn't far away. Not at all. You can tell by the reaction on Jake Brimmer's face. He knew it. He wasn't too far, eh? It swerved. Look at that! Jeez, it swerved big time. That would have been a crazy goal. Jeez. Falami seems low on confidence this game. Maybe that's it. I mean, I don't see any reason why he would be low on confidence, though. To be fair, like he's been doing fine, to round out the season. Forward down the line. There's Roderick. Dude, Roderick Miranda. I want to see how many touches Roderick Miranda's had in this game. He is everywhere. Quick throw, smart. Again, Wenzel Hall's just not strong enough. Davidson too strong. Again, how many times have we seen Wenzel Hall's just get bundled over? These victory defenders just larger, simply larger than him. Too strong. Rojas, we're in a foot race with Garuccio. Well done, Ben Garuccio. So they're saying in the broadcast, 5 shots so far for victory, but none of them on target. Ooh, the pressure here. Dude, victory applying the pressure. Western get it away, though. Are the All Whites better than the Socceroos right now? Good question. To be fair, I don't watch too much of the All Whites. But what do you guys think? I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. But I don't feel like I can comment because I don't watch too much of the New Zealand football. Here comes Risdon. Ball inside, too heavy. The victory just looking like the more likely an attack. That isn't saying much, though. Both teams aren't necessarily going for it up front. No, says Marcus, to always better than Socceroos. Close-ish. I mean, when you look at their personnel, they've got some really good players in that squad. We know about all the A-League players, and of course Chris Wood, a Premier League striker. Anyway, here comes victory. Great chance. Ball in. Was it Brimmer again, was it? D'Agostino coming close. Tomoki Imai got himself in the road, I think it was, though. Yeah, here's the play. It was Brimmer. Sorry, no, that's Brillante, actually, with a cross. And yeah, man, D'Agostino, just could get good contact. But it's going to mean a first corner. I believe this is the first corner of the game, correct me if I'm wrong, for Melbourne victory. It might be the second, actually. But here we go, Melbourne victory. Late on in this half, could score a massive goal here. Would change the complexion of the second half. Delivery, Sporanovic. Davidson. Offside flag. Wow, man. So, all eyes on the second half, where both teams will look to take the advantage. That is very much the correct offside call there. Josh Brillante offside. But the question is maybe less of which attack's going to fire first, but which defense is going to cave. You know, West United with arguably their strongest backline at the moment, including Jamie Young, probably the same could be said for Victory. Nikolai Topper-Stanley is missing for Western. But for me, that's probably their strongest back four for Western. Risdon at fullback and Imai in the middle. Down the left, Brimmer. He's been involved this half, hasn't he, Jakey Brimmer? Around for Davidson. Not bad. Does he keep it in? Is there going to be a corner? No. I thought it went out. Yeah, it did go out. It will be a corner. So another late corner here in 1 minute at a time. So just about the last opportunity of this half will be a victory corner. How important could this be for them if they score here? Here's the replay. Well done, Davison. Yeah, he kept it in for sure. And that looked like it went out, didn't it? Yep, absolutely went out. So right decision in the corner. Replace Imo with Nikolai Topper-Stanley, says Marcus. I mean, Topper-Stanley's has some solid games for sure too, hey. So here's Brimmer's corner late in this half. Near post, over the bar. So many bodies in there, man. And that might be the last action for this half. Pretty tight, cagey half so far. Both teams pretty conservative in their play. And we will enter the halftime break with a 0-0 scoreline in this first leg semi-final. One of these teams will be playing in the grand final in just over a couple weeks' time. Probably less than a couple weeks. So, Davidson's hair is brighter than the sun. He has had pink before, but not that bright. I think you're right. It's very bright, isn't it? Very bright. So, what do we make of that half so far? It's very tight, isn't it? Victory though, with more of the opportunities in the end. It'll be interesting to see the stats. But how about that, man? But I think we will see a goal. I think we'll see at least one goal in the second half. And I'm sticking with my prediction where I said 1-0 to victory. 1-0 to victory. My prediction was for both legs, just 2 1-0 victories to Melbourne Victory. 2 1-0 wins for Melbourne Victory. I just think that they'll get the job done. They'll eventually break down this Western backline. Can you imagine if both legs just ended 0-0 and it just went to a penalty shootout to split it? Both sides just kept it clean sheet across both games. 2 of the strongest defenses in the league. But, in contrast, I think the other semi-final is going to be goals galore. City's defense hasn't been at their best this season, and we know how Adelaide are when it comes to scoring goals. So I think Adelaide and City, that's if you want goals, if you want entertainment, that's probably the one to watch. Where this one's going to be much more of an arm wrestle. Luke says the All Whites are getting there. Lots of boys in smaller European clubs. Super young, exciting side. Likes of Joe Bell, Sarpreet Singh, Kache. That's right. And that's the thing. Yeah, you're right. Super young, exciting side. There are plenty of young players coming through there. I mean, you think of Sam Sutton now at Wellington Phoenix, just had a good season as well. So there's a generation of Phoenix players. And I mean, as I said it earlier, I really hope New Zealand qualify for the World Cup. Really hope they qualify for the World Cup. Would love for both, of course, Australia and New Zealand to get through. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's a low probability, but it would be awesome. Low probability. Of course, the Socceroos qualifiers. Not too far away. Early June. What's the date today? 17th of May. There you go. Not far away at all. Until the Socceroos and New Zealand qualifiers. New Zealand simply have to win one game, don't they? Whereas Australia have 2. Got to get 2 wins. It's a big ask. Graham Arnold, of course, under pressure heading into those games. First half was... Stephen's saying the first half was boring. You know, it certainly wasn't quite as open as maybe some people would have hoped. But again, I guess when you look at these sides, it's probably not too surprising. Semi-final, we beat Wanderers. Oh, dude, I remember that semi-final. The Wanderers 5-4 over Brisbane Roar, which was like what 2016, I think. 2016. That was I think I was. I had I had like a journalism gig back then. I was writing for like a website, and I think I did a match report in that game. I was reporting on that one. What a game to report on! But that was just a nuts game. That one. Jamie McLaren was playing for the Raw at the time, I believe. Fortnite says, hey man, do you think Adelaide should re-sign Ibusuki for next season or look elsewhere for more of a 15 to 20 goal striker? The answer is Cassini Yengi. I think Cassini Yengi, I mean, I thought he was great on the weekend in the elimination final. And I think it was a massive shame that he picked up a long-term injury this season. I think Cassini Yengi, if he stays fit, has the potential to score 15 to 20 goals in the A-League. Seriously. I genuinely think that. I just think he's got like all of the attributes. He's tall, he's strong, he's aggressive, he works hard. If he just adds some more goals to his game, yeah, man. But having said that, should they re-sign Ibusuki? Yeah. I mean, it'd be great to have both. If they're going to let a striker go, I think George Blackwood is probably the one to make way. But yeah, man. I mean, having Ibusuki and Yengi, if you're a Reds fan, I think Reds should be happy with that. But I don't think there's a reason to look elsewhere for a different striker, because I think they should have faith in Yengi. Are there rumors to Pena going to Sydney based on any truth? Great question. I think so, because it wasn't just like someone just throwing it out there. Like it wasn't just like someone just saying, "Oh, it'd be cool if this happened." It's like this might happen. I remember seeing across Twitter and stuff, there were quite a few counts talking about it. It seemed to gain a bit of momentum, and people were sounding like it wasn't like, "Oh, this might happen." It was like, "Oh no, yeah, Pena's going to go to Sydney next season." So don't be surprised if it does happen. I've also heard contrasting things. I have heard. I don't know whether it's just Newcastle fans saying this though, but like people saying that Pena loves being at Newcastle, which probably is true. I believe that. But yeah, I could see Pena going to Sydney. Yengi's a good, strong centre forward. Never rated Blackwood. Yeah, I mean Blackwood. He just needs. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard with George Blackwood. He just needs more. He needs more. It needs more. I don't think he's convinced anyone that he could be like a consistent goal-scoring A-League striker. So Yengi, man. Yengi. Alex says Yengi to West Sydney Wanderers. That's the other rumor I did hear. I don't know how much substance there is to that. But obviously, if that happens in Adelaide, really need to make sure they lock down Ibusuki. Yengi going to Wanderers is an interesting one, man. Though, should Central Coast Mariners sign more players? Depends who leaves. We heard a rumor just in the last couple of days that Kai Rolls maybe getting looked at. Teams in Scotland potentially looking at Kai Rolls. So if Kai leaves, then yes, big time. Need to sign a new central defender. And then we're hearing obviously Lewis Miller. This is a bit of an older one. Lewis Miller probably heading to MacArthur FC, which probably means, I mean, whether, Storm Uru is probably, well equipped to do the job. And then we've got obviously good young fullbacks coming through the ranks here at the Mariners. Luke says New Zealand versus Costa Rica in a month. That's right. That's a playoff match. And you're right, yeah. Their group, Japan, Germany, Spain. What a massive group for New Zealand if they do get in. That'll be crazy. Ollie sailing goals trying to stop the likes of Kai Havertz, Serge Gnabry. Why am I forgetting all these German players? Anyway. When will Tasmania get the A-League team? Great question. Hopefully sooner than later. So many people want it. I hear so many fans talking about Tasmania. For me, that's probably like top 3 expansion areas. For me, number 1's Canberra. It always has been, always will be until it does happen, and I think it will happen. Canberra, I think, will happen, and for me, I think a second Queensland team makes a lot of sense. When you just look at the population sizes across Queensland, it just makes sense. I think Gold Coast needs to be given another try. But Tasmania, I'd go 3rd for sure. Wouldn't it be cool to have Tasmania? And then aside from that, I mean, whether we are dreaming a little bit, but a second New Zealand team would be awesome. I think that would be really exciting to have a second New Zealand team. And aside from that, I mean, those are my 4. Those are the 4 that I go to. And I think if we add those 4 in, then what we'd have a 16-team A-League competition, wouldn't we? And that's a reasonably, in terms of population sizes, that's a reasonably balanced competition. If the teams added were Canberra, Tasmania, like Gold Coast, and a second New Zealand team, I think that makes sense. Where does Winston Reid train? Good question. I'm not sure. Wouldn't it be cool if you signed? Dude, we did a Wellington Phoenix career mode a couple months back. Signed Winston Reid. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if Winston Reid played for Wellington Phoenix? AFL looking to get a Tasmanian team? Yeah, it's sounding like that might happen. Hey. We need to beat them. We need to beat them to the Tassie team. It would, yeah. I mean, I don't think it'll happen. I don't think. We'll be that quick for it. Do you think it would have been better to get an NPL? I assume an NPL club get promoted, or if a new club was created for the A-League teams? Right. So NPL club. Well, I don't think we will ever see an NPL club just like shifted up into the A-League, just because we haven't seen it yet, right? Like we haven't really, with these new expansion clubs in recent years, they're always brand new clubs. So I don't think we'll see it, but I don't think it'll matter anyway, because I think soon enough we will have promotion relegation. So NPL clubs, the likes of South Melbourne, Blacktown City, I'm just rattling off some random ones right now. But, those teams might end up in the top flight anyway if we have promotion relegation. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think we can only expect newly created clubs as long as our current system is going, Fortnite says, Carl said in his press conference today, Carl, that they're working hard to secure Goodwin on a permanent deal. Dude, I mean, that's if they're going to lock down anyone. It's that man. Sell half the squad just to make sure he stays. Try and get all the funds available. He seems to enjoy his football at South Australia, Craig Goodwin, and he's a fantastic player. Tomo comes in with his opinion, saying Western United were the worst expansion opportunity possible. Victory made attempts to tap into that market, and it failed every time. It's a fair point. I do recall Victory playing some games out there, in Geelong. But yeah, look. The big thing for me is their home stadium and like the setup. That Western had, they should have had that like way better planned. I mean, I know the pandemic has really halted the progress, but we're going to see Western United spend the first, 5 years or so, whatever, of their existence without a home base. And it's like, come on, man. FML says, hey, Lockie, good to see you. Gutted about our Mariners, but so many positives for next season. Indeed. These young players are just going to keep getting better and better. Feel like Japan should be better than they are current. current pressing game suits the style of their plays. They should hire Bielsa to make the World Cup semis. Be cool. World Cup semis. Imagine if Japan made it to the World Cup semis. Well, Japan have a tough group, as we were just talking about earlier, actually, alongside Japan and Germany. So alongside Spain and Germany, Japan and potentially New Zealand. But yeah, man. I mean, if they made it out of that group, that would already be a success. Semis would be epic. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see that. Team from Asia make it to the semis. Person says it's kind of crazy how it seems like all the All Whites have similar talent to the Socceroos, even though Australia has a greater population. I guess it just goes to show population size means nothing when it comes to talent of players, right? Did you see Brisbane let Alex Parsons go? Yeah, we were talking about it a bit earlier, actually. It was Iggy brought it up in the chat. Can't wait for another Brisbane team. Yeah, I think another Queensland team. I mean, when you look at like there's a decent stadium in Gold Coast. I'd love to, away days in Gold Coast. Like, how fun would that be? Whether they try for Townsville. I know they've got a good new stadium up there. The Matildas played there not too long ago. I think a second Brisbane team. I mean, maybe it doesn't really make sense. Brisbane aren't necessarily like overflowing with the giant fan base. That membership numbers and attendance numbers aren't all that crazy high. That is right. Australian basketball has a team in Tasmania, Jack Jumpers, who did well in their first season. Just subscribed, Alex. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it a lot. So is this your first stream? Is this your first stream you've tuned into, Alex? Your first stream? How exciting for a final stream. And we are about to get underway in the second half of this game. The teams are out into the field. We've had some great A-League discussion at halftime. I've really enjoyed it. Some good questions, some good debate about A-League expansion and the likes. And we are underway. Here we go, second half. Keep an eye on the field whether there's been any changes as of yet. But it doesn't look like it. So a pretty chill first half. Who will get the better? Who will get the better of the opposition's defense in the second? Hey, Tested Aussie's in here. Tested Aussie says, "Do you think Perth will get a second A-League team?" We were talking about that a bit earlier. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. I just can't see it happening anytime soon. Just the fact that there's so many promising markets when you look at Canberra, Tasmania, we were talking about before, second Queensland team. Maybe eventually, eventually. Hammond was outstanding at the Knicks. Hammond was very good at the Knicks, yes. He should go back there, man. Wellington should try and re-sign Tom Hammond, man. He did. He flopped at Wanderers this season, didn't he? So, here we go. Who are we chanting for? I kind of want Western United to get a result in this game. It would make the second leg really interesting. So, look. If I want any result, it's a Western win. But my prediction officially is a 1-0 win for victory in this game. FML says, good to see Dwight York maybe managing MacArthur seat. And is indeed. It has been confirmed. I called it. Will be awesome to have him back here since he really likes our country and the impact he's made as the first A-League men's marquee. Well said. And, of course, coaching the A-League All-Stars next week, Dwight York. Very interested to see how York goes in charge of the Bulls. Hamed could solve Raw's problems. I like it, Marcus. That wouldn't be a bad... That'd be a decent signing. Yeah. Like, imagine Jay O'Shea and Hamed. Jay O'Shea, one of the best playmakers in the competition. And Tom Hamed, that poacher striker who knows how to finish off a chance. Yeah. Cheer Weston for the Jamie Young factor. Oh, dude, we love Jamie Young. What a beast. We want to see some more epic saves. Come on, Weston. United. Green and black. They should do some... I don't know whether they would have to team up with Marvel to do this. But I'm just thinking of the colors green and black. I don't know why. It's just reminding me of the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. You guys see how I'm going with this? I feel like there's potential for a commercial team up there, a marketing team up. You know, like to have their mascot be the Hulk. I know they'd have to get permission from Marvel or whatever. Oh god, okay, they're showing the replay and Risden finger in the eye of Falami. Completely accidental, of course, though. Anyway. Can't wait for that. Imagine Barca, us beating Barca, says FML. I mean, I've seen a few people say that. Like, imagine if we beat, I reckon we can beat Barcelona, blah, blah, blah. And, like, it would be cool. But at the same time, like, remember it's a friendly. Like, Barcelona just coming over here, just for the friendly. It's not like they're going to be going full throttle. So, the result, for these All-Star games, for these, like, friendly games, the results never mean anything. It would be, having said that, it would be cool. It would be cool. Hi, Lucky Story, my late. No need to apologize, my friend. No need to apologize. Don't apologize to me. It's fine. That's the thing with these live watch-alongs. It is chill. We're basically just chilling out on a giant virtual couch. That's what this is. That's the vibe we want. I mean, I've got the couch. Where's the couch? There's the couch in the back. You can't really see it. Anyway, there's a couch in the background. Giant virtual couch. Bit of a weird analogy, but we're rolling with it now. Okay, so can Western manufacture their first attack of the game? Wenzel Halls goes down. Is that how you get? Yeah, yellow card. And it's been the first yellow card of the game to victory midfielder Jake Brimmer. Correct decision, in my opinion. Frenzy says, are you getting to any of the major friendlies in the off-season? Not planning to, no. Not planning on it. Xander's in here. How's it going? I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well, Xander. Thor is Australian, so we can make it happen. You never know. That's a good point. All right, so Western. Corner for Western. Corner for Western. Brisbane beat Villarreal in a friendly, so it means they could have made it the Champions League final. Can you imagine? Man. Western's corner. Way by Marchand. Is it Marchand or Marchand? I think it's Marchand. Marchand? Ryan Marchand? Ryan Marchand? I feel like I've heard both. Anyway. Ooh, decent ball. Wenzel Halls. Leo Lacroix. Prijovic. And he's definitely offside. That was a weird one from West United. Prijovic almost with a chance to score. That was a weird one. Come on, Western. Come on, Western. Come on, Western. Chuck says, I kind of hope Western win the championship. Their club needs it. Dude, it'd be massive for them, wouldn't it? Team without a home base. Still building their supporter base. Their fan base as well. It's a growing fan base. Yeah, it'd be massive. Earlier in their what was this? Third? Yeah, this is the third year in existence for Western. Here comes Rojas. It's going to be up to these key players. Rojas, Falami, in wide positions for victory. To unlock this stubborn Western backline. Western can break now. Prijovic making the run. Oh, he's not going to use him. He was almost breaking through there, Alexander Prijovic. Lockie Wales has been pretty heavily involved in attack for Western. Off the right-hand side. Kilkenny. For Payne. For Garuccio. Here come Western. Delivery. Away by Sporanovic. Back in. Appealing for the foul was Risden. So... from Singapore. Tuning in from Singapore. Thanks for tuning in. Hardcore Sydney FC fan since 2017. How good. What else are we saying here? Chuck says, which is more exciting, Western's new home stadium or the new Allianz Stadium? Super excited for new Allianz Stadium. But at the same time, very excited to see that little boutique stadium that Western are going to set up. From the graphics that we've seen, it looks really unique. Like there isn't really a stadium like that in the A-League. Like a small, what is it, like 15,000 it's meant to be, I think. It's just like a really compact, sort of like a smaller version of, it looks like a smaller version of Wanderers Combank Stadium. So yeah. Doing amazing. Liverpool won the FA Cup. That's right. That's right. Is there any chance Adelaide can host a home final if they make it through? No, unfortunately not. Yeah, because Adelaide are currently the lowest ranked side, so it'll be either if Adelaide make it through, it will be in Melbourne. Yes. The grand final. Yes, no, the grand final is absolutely in Melbourne. Yeah, that's been confirmed. Because one of these top three sides will be there. So yeah. Do away goals count? I'm 90% sure they don't. I don't think so. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure no away goals in these two legs. No away goals, which I like. I just, who needs them? Away goals, who needs them? Anyway, without Western Sydney Wanderers, 1-0 A-League team won the AFC Asian Champions League. 1-0 A-League teams have, I assume you're asking, so why have no A-League teams won the Australian Champions League? It's a great question. Traditionally, A-League teams don't do all that well in the Champions League. And it's just a tricky one. They just struggle. Whether it's the travel, I don't know. Away goal rule got scrapped? Yeah. So Victory looking to attack down the left-hand side. Imai's there to cover. Okay. Western deal with it. Xander says, I wish the final was at some random ground like Cooper's or Suncorp if Brisbane made it. Yeah, I'm trying to think, well, because in recent years, last season was Amy Park. Season before that was Combank Stadium. Season before that was Perth. We did have a grand final in Perth. That was pretty cool at Optus Stadium. We have had a grand final at Adelaide Oval back in 2016. And the last grand final in Brisbane was 2014. Testing my grand final knowledge here. It's getting harder and harder to remember. We'll see more and more years added to the A-League history books. There was, of course, a Newcastle grand final back in 2018? Newcastle? So it's going to be cool. The grand final has been shared around when you look at the past couple decades of the A-League. Never been an A-League grand final in New Zealand. Never been an A-League grand final in... All the main states have been covered. Perth were... Well, yes, it was in Perth because they're premies. It's always... The rule is it's the highest ranked grand final team gets to host the final, which seems fair. So, as of now, it has to be in Melbourne because the highest ranked team, even if it's going to be Western Adelaide, it will be in Melbourne still. Okay. So Victory with a free kick out wide in a decent area. Can they get on the end of this one? The tall timber. Sporanovic is up there. Miranda as well. The ball in, far post. Flicked away by Garuccio. It's going to be a corner. That's right. Yeah, if Sydney were above. It's whoever's leading the way gets to host it. On the ladder, I should say on the ladder. Whoever's finishing high on the ladder should host it. JD liked one of my TikToks the other day and it was the greatest moment of my life. That was very wholesome, Xander. Nice. Ooh, nice play in the midfield by Weston. Lockie Wells. Oh, dude, break forward, Lockie. Come on. Here comes Garuccio, has the run of Payne, uses him. Connor Payne. Weston on down the left. Wales in a good little pocket of space. Shot/cross is cleared. Marco Rojas is going to... Oh, Lee Lacroix. What a tackle. What a tackle, Lacroix. That was superb. Timed it perfectly to stop Rojas there. That was beautiful. Beautiful. We approach the hour mark here in this A-League semi-final first leg. If you are enjoying the live stream, feel free to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. It's a good way of showing your support if you'd like to do so. Will we see a goal? Is the question I'm asking you right now. Will we see a goal? Who will score, actually? Like, which player are we going to see get on the score sheet? I'm still back in... I'm saying victory 1-0. I'm saying D'Agostino scores in, like, the 88th minute. Calling it now. D'Agostino scores in the 88th minute. He had a couple little half chances in the first half. Look at the number of Victory have possession here in their attacking half. And there are so many Western players back. They set up in that block. It's just so hard to break down. And, I know Victory are favourites, but, it's going to take something special from Victory. It's going to take some pretty top-class attacking football to break down this Western side, who are looking to catch them on a break. But that's a wayward pass by Wales. Western probably don't quite have the same quality Victory do in attack. Would you agree? Any news about signings for the Mariners next season? Merely going to MacArthur. I have heard a rumour the last couple of days about Kai Rolls potentially leaving the club. Haven't heard anything about signings aside from the Thomas Aquilina rumour that we heard earlier in the season. Thomas Aquilina, the fullback from Wanderers. Xander says Lee Lacroix towering header in the 93rd minute, 1-0 to Western. That would be pretty epic. That'd be fun to see. That would be fun to see. Saiprit Singh in the Bundesliga 2 team of the season. There you go. Good to hear he's doing well. Okay. This game is much... This tie, this two-legged tie is very much, I think, about the second leg. Probably more so because it's being played at the same stadium, Whereas, the other semi-final, again, just to bring up the other semi-final tomorrow night, Adelaide take on City. The fact that they're two well and truly home and away stadiums, completely different states and cities, makes the first leg tomorrow in Adelaide is going to be super important for Adelaide to get a result, I think. Yeah. Prefer a close final or a blowout final? Close final. Close final, unless my team's playing. But close final, yeah. I'd love a 3-2 final, grand final, man. That'd be awesome. Here comes Rojas. Brillante switches it. Probably the wrong decision. He had a number of players making the run. And Wenzelhorst can counter-attack here. Prijovic picks it up. He loses it. Wales wins the ball. Can't get to it. They got excited for no reason there. Bremer. Come on, Marco. Come on, Marco Rojas. Look at him go. Oh, great footwork. It's a classic story every time, isn't it? It's these attacks breaking down before they can get past that back line. Classic. Past the hour mark in this game. Would you rather lose 5-0 or 1-0 to a last minute winner? Lose 1-0. Lose 1-0. Fortnite says definitely 5-0. Way that's painful. That's just humiliation. If you lose 5-0 in a grand final, like opposition fans will bring that up for years. Whereas if you just like conceded a late goal and 1-0, fans won't bring it up. That's what I'm thinking of, you know. Luke says, Lockie, doing any watch-alongs for the other semi-finals? No watch-along for tomorrow night's first leg Adelaide City final, so no watch-along for that one. But we are doing live watch-alongs for the two second leg games on the weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, 2 watch-alongs. Second legs for both games, because those are the big ones, man. We can't miss those. We cannot miss those. Garicchio's delivery. Oh! Great flick on header by Lacroix, but it's straight at Calava. That was perfect. Garicchio delivery, the Lacroix flick. But unfortunately for Western, straight at Calava. Wow. That was nice. Dude, look at the way Lacroix just rose. Jumped so high, man. All right, so still no substitutions yet, too. Western, of course, with a much shorter break, only playing a game on Saturday. Victory have had a more extended break. Last time Victory played a game was Saturday before last. So what's that? 10 days. 10-day break for Melbourne Victory, isn't it? %61 possession so far for Melbourne Victory, which is no surprise. Western United happy to hit on the counter-attack. Very focused on this defensive shape. So Western just need to try and get a counter-attack. I mean, I'd love to see Wenzel Halls played up the front through the middle. Just to get the pace up the top. Pritivic isn't as pacey. Ooh, almost for Falami. Davidson will recover this. Can Victory do something here? Come on. Marchand. Falami. Still going here, Victory. .490 passes so far for Victory. How about that? 490. 88% passing accuracy. A lot of those have been around the back line, though. Here's Jake Brimmer on the ball. Guerrier. Will this be the moment for Victory? Rojas taking on Garicchio. Rojas still going. Back for Sporanovic. Dude, the pressure's mounting. You sense it. But will they make the pressure pay? That's the question. Like, Victory doing a lot of this knocking the ball around. They got Western parked in their own half. Still, they maintain possession, man. This is such a long build for Melbourne Victory. Oh, mate. It's definitely gone this game, says Alex. Definitely gone. I think we will see one. I think we will see at least just one late. Only one. So Victory have had possession, I think, for the last 2 or 3 minutes now. I don't think they've lost it at all. Look how disciplined Western are staying in their block. Oh, they've given it away. And look at the applause from the bench. You can see John Aloisi and his assistant Hayden Fox applauding his team. They know how important that is for Victory to have such a long spell in possession. And they've won the battle, the patience battle, if you like. Victory win it straight back, though. Wow. Brimmer looking to go quickly. D'Agostino for Rojas. His touch evades him. King of Gosford getting anxious. he got. Oh. Is that going to be a card? Connor Payne? Yep. Connor Payne just bringing down Marco Rojas there. An easy yellow. Very easy yellow. That's right. Western are absolutely locked in defensively. Not giving Victory a sniff at the moment. Western won't mind this at all, in the slightest. I think Western have got this under control, you know. I think gradually as the game's going on, and look, we're already almost approaching the 70th minute mark. It's frustrating Victory. They're going to get more and more frustrated. And Victory are going to get more and more desperate. And you can see some of these full. I mean, Jason Davison just like made a forward run from fullback. And with the players out of position, that's the chance for those Western attackers to hit them on the counter. So that's clearly the game plan for this Western United side. Connor Payne was indeed booked. And we will finally see the first sub of the game. It's going to be Chris Economides coming on for Marco Rojas. Marco Rojas, an interesting change. Marco Rojas. So we'll get that updated lineup on the graphic. Economides. So that looks like the only changes they made. So it looks like Falami will come over to the right, but I imagine both of them will be swapping throughout the remainder of the game. So Economides on for Rojas. Bit of an interesting change, man. I thought, Rojas, you want to try and keep him on. He's one of the danger men. Will all the finals be on free-to-wear? Yes. Yes, they will indeed. Either on 10's main channel or their secondary channel, 10 Bold. So the answer is yes. Which is great. How exciting is that? All free-to-wear live, Channel 10. Here comes Brillante for Victory. Still going. Lays it off for Guerria. Back for Falami, who delivers. EMI wins their header. And Western deal with it. This is this is getting really... I know some people are saying the game's been boring. It's actually been really fascinating, especially the second half. Just like watching... It's just going to be really curious. Like, Western aren't showing any signs of frailty at the back. They're not making a single mistake. They're not giving Victory any space. And it's like, can they maintain this for the full 90 minutes? Oh, mate. It is in Paramount Pass 2, yeah. But obviously, it's so great just to expand the viewership by having these finals on free-to-wear. Who will Tom Rogic sign for next? Who knows? But I think, you know, he deserves to be playing in a top league in Europe. He's good enough. No finals in New South Wales. That's true. Only one New South Wales team, of course, qualified for finals. That being Central Coast Mariners, who got knocked out by Adelaide on the weekend. Okay, Melbourne Victory. Starting from the back again. Ode Goat says, I literally fell asleep during the first half. How about that? All right, Victory. In the front third. Look how many players are back for Western. All of their 11 players back in their defensive half. Switch a play. Garuccio wins the header. Well done. But that will be a corner. That will be a corner. And I tell you what, the way the game's going, it could be a set piece. It could be a set piece that breaks this game open. And will this set piece be that set piece? Could well be. Looks like we're going to see another Jason Davidson left-footed delivery. If Adelaide could knock out the Victorian dominance, it would be good, says Marcus. That would be an epic story. I mean, Adelaide, more than anyone else, would love that. Obviously, their rival with the Victorian sides. Davidson with a fluoro pink hair to deliver. Close to Young. Comes out for Brimmer, who hits. Oh, Brimmer! Victory up 1-0. It took an absolute worldie to break the Western backline. Jake Brimmer with a screamer. What a goal. What a goal. Oh, man. What a hit from Brimmer. Well, we said it. It was all about the set pieces. And Jake Brimmer fell to him. And he put it into the back of the net. With some venom. Here's the replay. The chest control. No, not even that. He hit it first time. And look at that. The volley over Jamie Young. That is a stunning final strike. Oh my goodness. Victory. Finally have the advantage. And that's going to make the rest of this game really interesting. Because will Western push? Will Western chase? Or will they look to hold out a 1-0 margin, even though it's not in their favour, knowing that for the second leg, they have another second leg to play? That's their question. Are there away goals in the two legs? No, they are not. No away goals. Scenes indeed, man. What a goal. Massive, says Alex. Oh, dude. And that is right, H. Simon. You need a really good shot to beat Jamie Young goal. That is true. That is true. So, this is really fascinating now because will Western push? Will Western go for it now? Western, they'll be frustrated with that, man, because they've held out so well for so long. Especially in this second half, they've been completely on the back foot. Holding Melbourne Victory out. Holding them at bay. And it took an absolute screamer to beat Jamie Young. What a hit from Brimmer. What a goal. 1-0. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Luke says, long shot was the only way to get through that parked Western bus. Indeed it was. Had to come from distance, hey? What a goal, says Jezza. What a goal indeed. Wasn't it just? Wasn't it just a fantastic strike? You can hear the noise coming from the Active Victory supporters. They love it. And it's put Victory with just one little foot. One, they're just... Of course, we have a second leg coming up. So there's just 1 foot in the grand final. 1 foot in the grand final. So, West United still haven't made a substitution yet. Will they make one soon? Both teams, I'm sort of surprised Western haven't. I mean, to be fair, they don't have the deepest of benches compared to Victory. But Western, I mean, considering they played like a pretty tough game just 3 days ago. So you imagine some of these Western players are starting to get pretty tired. I'm even seeing Connor Payne on this left-hand side. He looks a little bit lethargic. Number 7 Victory just been booked. Chris Economides, yeah. So there isn't too much time left for Western to manufacture many attacks. But this is going to make, regardless of how this game ends, I think we're in for a really fascinating second leg on the weekend. Because I think we're going to have to see Western United side who are just going to have to go for it a little bit more. I think we'll see more goals. I think we could see at least a couple goals on the weekend in this tie. Bit more desperation as the teams go for it. Ball delivery by Western towards Prevish, but Kalava's there to claim. Kalava hasn't had to do too much this game, but he's been holding on to the ball when it does come to him. John says, I always thought Brimmer was a good playmaker since the time at Perth Glory. He was undervalued at Perth Glory, though, and now he's putting in good performances at Melbourne Victory. I mean, one of many players who was really up their game at Melbourne Victory under a coach like Tony Popovich. Nick D'Agostino, another prime example. I think Davidson's been very good this season, as has Geria. Western have the ball in the box. Wenzel Halls back for Connor Payne. Could they hit back here, Western? Risdon back for Kilkenny, who whips in a left-footed cross. Miranda away, only as far as Connor Payne. Trying to replicate the feats of Jake Brimmer, but that was off target. And we will see the first change for Western. Dylan Wenzel-Halls coming off for Dylan Prius, which means Lockie Wales will probably shift to that number 10 role. So we'll get those updated graphics on the screen. But a change that had to be made. Dylan Prius, a very, very fast attacking player who loves playing down that right-hand side. And we've also seen another Melbourne Victory change. Nishan Velupale is onto the field to replace Ben Falami, by the looks of things. So some pretty standard substitutions from both sides. Substitutions we've seen made many times throughout this campaign. So there's their updated lineups as it currently stands. Parias will add a bit more pace on that wing. Here come Western. You can see that a little bit more adventurous now. Finally getting some possession in their attacking third. And there's some players lining up in the box. Kilkenny, the midfield general, plays it short. Skatardis gets it along. Oh, Skatardis! Oh, again, how many times have we seen it tonight? Players getting good positions, but that's touch lets them down. Jerry Skatardis, that's a great 1-2 with Prijovic. Short passes. Mate. We're into the final 10 minutes here. See Dylan Parias. Dylan Parias actually almost playing centrally, rather. You can see he's right on, that's probably the game plan for him, to utilise his pace, get him on the last line there, try and get him in behind. Skatardis. Nice turn, Jerry Skatardis. And he's still going Skatardis. Has to go back, though. So Western all of a sudden giving Victory a taste of their own medicine here. Victory are camped inside their own half. Western have pushed so many forward now. This is remarkable now. Risdon's delivery. Prijovic. Victory will clear it. Wow, dude. Okay, so within 10 minutes, the game is completely flipped. We saw the absolute opposite not too long ago. But now West United, the question was, were they going to go for it? Knowing that they do have a second leg coming up. And the answer is yes, they are indeed going for it. All right. Giving away the ball there. Kilkenny. Victory can attack here. Marshan for Economides off the left now. Economides hits. That's off target. Poor decision making in the end. Fortnite says Adelaide versus Victory would be an epic for a final. That would be a great final. As would a Melbourne derby. But yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. Adelaide victory. That could be cool. Jakey Brimmer. What a hit. What a goal for his side, Melbourne victory. So, can victory hold on to this 1-goal scoreline? Would be a massive advantage heading into the second leg on the weekend, knowing that half the job is already done for them. Here's Tomoki Imai, pushing forward from defence. Look at this. Look how many numbers Western are all of a sudden committing forward. Now they know that chase game. Kilkenny's delivery is a great one. Oh, what a chance. What an opportunity for Western. The ball over the top was superb, and Garuccio delivered it perfectly. And arriving just a millisecond late was Dylan Parias. What a chance. Kilkenny's ball over the top was incredible. And Garuccio, how about this for a first-time cross from Garuccio? That is, probably almost perfect. Well, I think it is perfect. I think that Parias was probably just a bit too slow. I don't know, because any further back, that delivery and a victory play would have probably cut it off. But Western United, all of a sudden, looking very dangerous in attack. Very dangerous. 85 minutes played. 5 minutes plus injury time. And I tell you what, I don't think there'll be much injury time, right? There hasn't really been any injuries. Has there been any injuries? I can't see at this rate any more than 3 minutes at best of injury time. So, the question for the remaining moments of this game. Can Western United find a goal? Would balance things out. Totally change the complexion of this second leg. Double change coming up for victory. Striker Margiotta and club legend Lee Broxham preparing to come to the field. Ooh, victory have won at Hyde Park and are breaking forward. Connor Meady's down the left. Here we go. It's behind D'Agostino, who's appealing for a foul. I'll be honest, I didn't see it. I didn't see a foul in there. Now can Western go the other way? Connor Payne. Lockie Wales with some space ahead of him. Ahead of the defensive midfielders. Trying to slide it in for Privic. And Garuccio was screaming for it out left. He was probably the better option there, wasn't he? Chris Economides has looked lively since coming off the bench. The seconds tick away to 90 minutes. And victory still currently in control. Brimmer. This is a great run by Jake Brimmer. This is a fantastic run. Well done, Darius Gatardis, who brings him down. Brimmer's hurt. Holding his shoulder. It's concerning for victory fans. And Western are going to counter the other way. Down the right-hand side is Dylan Parias, who has the tall man and Privic centrally. Parias, great run. And has won the corner. He's won the corner. Luke says, if victory, get another one before Western. Get another one. I don't think Western can beat them on without a penalty shootout. Yeah. Might be a bit like that, eh? Victory have a very strong defense, man. I mean, Roderick Miranda has been huge tonight. So Jake Brim is up and running after going down holding his shoulder. And we will have these substitutions now. Looks like D'Agostino's going to come off. Oh, the referee's... Now, what's going on here? The referee's coming over to the Victory bench. Oh, and Popovic is blowing up. Look at this, dude. Look at this discussion. Referees is not having a... Referees just thrown a yellow card into the face of Tony Popovic. A heated debate. I'm not sure exactly what about. D'Agostino's down injured. Popovic is blowing up. Referee's not having a bar. And just rips out the yellow card. I've no idea what's going on. But Fagani, the referee, has just put Tony Popovic back in his place. Actually, that was great to see. That was very entertaining. That was very entertaining. So we are going to see these substitutions made. So for the away team, well, Margiotta's coming on to replace D'Agostino, who, unfortunately for him, didn't get his goal tonight. And Lee Broxham's preparing to come onto the field as well. We'll have to wait and see who he is replacing, though, Lee Broxham. We'll wait for that confirmation, but here's this Western corner. Kilkenny to deliver. Decent delivery. Kalava gets a hand to it. Jerry Skatadis goes over the bar. Western just unable to hit the target at the moment. And we're about to go into injury time, so we will see some minutes added on for that little break in play a moment ago. So there might be 5. I'm going to say 5. And it looks like it might have been, it was indeed Jake Brimmer who exited the field to be replaced by Lee Broxham, who will come on as an extra defensive midfielder. Alrighty. Four minutes of injury time. Seems fair. Seems fair. Haven't had too many stoppages. Seconds are ticking away here for Western United. If they want to get themselves back on level terms heading into the second leg, this is a huge advantage for victory. It's going to mean a mountain of work for Western United. And as we raised in the chat just a moment ago, Western United, you get the sense that for them to get through to the grand final might mean a penalty shootout at this rate in a second leg. Here's Connor Payne on the ball. Back for Skatadis. Garuccio. Nice play, Western. Garuccio! Again another wayward long-range strike. Garuccio should have taken it on there. Had a bit of space out wide. Not long. Not long now. Western, I think, have run out of chances. Victory just need to chill out and hold on. Tony Popovic urging his team on. Two minutes to go. Not long. Garuccio bringing it forward. Looks long. Prijovic trying to flick it on for Wales. Here's Lockie Wales inside the box. Terrible from Wales. Was trying to be clever with a flick onto Payne, but goes straight to Gary, who just hacks it clear. That was a really promising attack there for Western for a moment. Got into a good area there, didn't they? Oh, that's a nice switch of play. Surely Kilkenny again, was it? Garuccio. Garuccio back. Kilkenny. Western building. And we are into the final minute of play. Western, you think this is their final phase of attack? Their final opportunity to claw themselves back into this two-legged tie. Prijovic, the target man, just chilling in the box, waiting for a delivery. Western still just can't get themselves into a good position to create. Players are forward, but no one's offering. Someone's got to drop back. Kilkenny goes for a long ball now. And great defensive header there by Velupale. Throw in. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Western need to throw people forward now. This is the last play. Ben Garuccio. They're taking their time with the throw. They're going to get it in, mate. There's 10 seconds to go. Lacroix's gone forward from the back. Kilkenny delivers. Terrible cross with his weaker left foot. And it's full time. Full time. Western out of time. And Victory hold a massive advantage heading into the second leg of this one. Victory 1, Western 0, courtesy of an incredible Jake Brimmer volley. These two teams will meet on Saturday afternoon at the same stadium. We will be doing a live watch-along for that one on Saturday afternoon, 5:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're here for the live watch-along. And I tell you what, Victory have the advantage. Western have it all to do. It's all about Western United. They need to come in with a game plan that isn't simply defend, defend, defend. They need to score goals. They need to score goals in that second leg. But Victory have 1 foot in the grand final. On-point prediction. That's right, Luke. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. We got it. We got the prediction. 1-0 prediction. We got the 1-0 prediction correct. So, as we're seeing here, Tony Popovich continuing his conversation with the referee. They're having a good chat with each other. So, these two teams meeting on Saturday. Tomorrow night, we have the other semi-final in the first leg. Adelaide, Melbourne City. What a game that's going to be, man. And the second leg for that one is on Sunday afternoon. Massive. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into the live watch along. Hit like on this video if you want to show your support. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already to stick around for these next live watch alongs coming up on the weekend.